still in black. This guy, amazing. He is in shape. He knows how to do it. Let's talk about the stages of change. It's personal trainer Matthew Tymchuk joining us back on the show again. Good to have you here.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Still in good shape, man. You always out every time you're on here. You shouldn't be better looking than the host.
No, well,
but you are.
Yes, so much time and effort.
You're not supposed to agree with that statement too, by the way.
Yeah, you look great.
GetFitForHealth.ca. Now, you've been around since February doing this.
Yes, February, and changes, more changes, and more changes, because achieving goals, it's all about working with the body and progressing successfully. Because if you can take small steps forward, any goal is achievable once you make one step. It's progression. Okay. It's great.
So that's what this all is all about. Small steps, then. Stages of change.
Yeah. So the stages of change is like a pyramid. So at the top, you have that 6-month period where you're working out. But before you get there, you start at the bottom. It's pre-contemplation, which means that you're thinking about it. You're like driving by and you see, okay, and then it doesn't really cross your mind. Second is contemplation. You're putting more thought into the idea of becoming healthier, achieving goals, but really trying to think about which goals you'd like to achieve. And then we move on to the next step is preparation. So this is where you're trying to figure out whether I go to a gym or hire a personal trainer or what I need to do to achieve the goal that I have in mind. And the next step would be action. You're buying that gym pass, you're hiring that personal trainer, and then after 6 months of all of this hard work, you get to the top. And that's the best place to be, because that's where you can look down and see everything that you've done, and it's great, yeah.
Okay, so is it difficult then to stick to these changes, these stages?
No, well, it's not difficult if you find the best ways to do it. And so it comes back to those small steps forward, because then you can see all that progress you make and make even more.
Okay, so why are these changes, or these stages rather, so important when it comes to your overall well-being and physical health?
It really comes back to the goal itself, because when you think about the goal and how to achieve it, you're never going to be able to go from point A to point B like that. You're going to have to find more ways that not only your body's allowed, but your mind, because it's like works together, the mind and the body. Yeah. And once your mind becomes comfortable with something, your body's able to progress, because you figure out how you make steps forward within these stages of change. For instance, if you're making small changes within your diet and you're not eating fast food or unhealthy food, and you're saying that I'm going to have asparagus, chicken, rice, and that's it, those are major changes, because whatever the goals may be, nutrition is up there with exercise and sleep.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nutrition. Okay, so what would you say is more important then, nutrition or exercise?
It's like, the two go like hand in hand. It's impossible to choose.
Okay, so did you actually want to show us a few moves here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get us all warmed up for the stages of change?
Yeah, one of my favorite exercises, a lunge.
I'm going to do it with you.
Yeah, awesome. So step 1 foot forward.
You're so far away from me too, by the way.
Really? Should I move like this way a little bit? Or?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool.
So have 1 foot forward. It's called the stationary lunge. It's great. Yeah, a little bit more. We're going to try to activate those quads a little bit better. I like how the foot's a little bit angled in the back. It's great for stability. And so the next step would be dropping this back leg, not going forward, but just dropping the back leg.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
Amazing. And then back up.
And you can feel the burn.
Yeah, and the legs, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, glutes. So down and then back up.
Oh, totally.
And you switch legs too. So it's always good to balance out both sides, because the mind works with the body. And so having a comfortability with both sides, a little bit more challenging. So this one right away, try to keep the weight on the heels, and that's all you need to think about.
Am I doing this correct, Matthew?
That's perfect. If you think about it, your knee isn't going past your foot. So that's all you need to think about.
You can feel that for sure.
Yeah, simple and easy. And so the next exercise we're going to be doing, we're going to have you leaning forward, right? So keeping that back straight, and then push those hands back, squeezing the triceps. So bend your knees. Okay. And then sit back. So you want your glutes to go backwards.
Oh yeah,
like
you can feel it here. You can feel it in your arms.
So see what I'm doing? You're like this. Just sit backwards. Yeah, and then push back. Okay. But you need to bend your knees though. Yeah. and then you up.
We need more than one segment to get me on track.
And then the next step would be, increasing the reps, increasing the weight, and then really challenging the body with more and more difficult exercises. Because as you make those steps forward and strengthen your muscles and make your body healthier, you're going forward. And that's all you need to think about.
So obviously you're available to help people with this?
Yes, all the time. I mean, the best way to contact me is actually my website. I have a free consultation form. So it has specific questions that will allow you to understand why and how. And so the information gets sent to me, and then I follow up by figuring out the why, and the how, and when.
Okay.
Because once you set up the free consultation, that's when everything is starting to take action, right? And because that's where you want to be. You want to be in the action stage, because that's when you're moving forward. That's when you're taking steps to achieve whatever goal you have in mind.
Okay, and it's probably different for different people. I mean, the amount of time that you need to make sure that you hit those goals.
Always. It depends on the goal itself. So if we're talking weight loss, this is a great topic. Usually healthy with nutrition, exercise, and sleep, it's 1 to 2 pounds a week. Anything more, it really depends on the person's body and what you're really working with. But healthy 1 to 2 pounds, and then that's that slow step forward that you take, right? And then you see, and then once you learn, you move forward even more.
All right,
it's all about going forward, right?
Got to keep moving forward.
Yeah,
positive steps.
My favorite.
The stages of change. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Matthew
absolutely.
Tymchuk, personal trainer.
Great day.
GetFitForHealth.ca for more information.
Yes.
And to contact Matthew as well. He can be your personal trainer. More daytime coming up in moments on Rogers TV.